So, Glimpses of India, Part 1, A Baker from Goa. A baker from Goa revolves around the relevance of a baker in a Goan culture which dates back to the time when Portuguese ruled over the city of Goa. So when these Portuguese people they were ruling over the Goa, that time the culture of baking and all that, the cakes and cookies and all that thing get into. So that was a time when these were people who invaded into that and they bring in the culture of baking. The Portuguese may have left. They were not there. They were left. They left. But the bread bakers, bread makers continue to have an inevitable stature. That means they continue to have their own status. Maybe their fathers not. Maybe their sons were continuing with this. In the story, the author recalls his childhood days and their excitement on seeing the baker. So, author is recalling about as a childhood during the childhood time how they used to enjoy this stuff, and they were enthusiastic to the point that they would run to him as soon as they woke up without even brushing their teeth. So they used to do like that. They were so excited. So mean the summary of the chapter is about the first part we have is the bread making in Goa, that how it is to be done. So this is a pen and portrait of traditional Goan village baker who is still remembered by Goans. Bread making started from the Portuguese days. They were the lovers of bread. People making bread. It was an art which needed perfection, which involves the mixing, molding, baking with the areas of specialization of making bread. The loaves that were made upon. They were times baked in time tested furnaces, these big furnaces. Now we have the ovens and all that, but that time there were furnaces and they are still in date, in working process, isn't taken place. So this profession has been continued by the baker's descendants. Descendants means thereafter, right? Father is not there, so maybe their son are doing it. The author's childhood days recalled. So he remembers his childhood days when the baker used to be their friend, companion, and guide. It's not that they used to talk to him or they used to walk and upon. No, he used to visit. He is baker. Used to visit a day, twice in a day, once in the morning during the selling hours, and then while returning back after selling the bread. The jingling thud of the bamboo. So he used to carry a bamboo stand basically, and that is jingling every time when he's keeping it, carrying it. He woke them, the people in the morning. They ran to meet him and greet him. They ran for getting the bread bangles. It's a special kind of sweet bread which is made for the children especially. Then, as the baker came, he would call out the lady of the house and wish her good morning. The children would be pushed aside and the loaves would be delivered to the maid servant. So the loaves would be delivered to whosoever who's a maid servant or maybe the lady, owner lady of the house they used to get. And children who are very interested in keeping the things that what has broken out, what has come out, or what we need to have it and all that stuff, because everyone is anxious to know the child's personality is like that. The author recalls the aroma of loaves that filled the air. Aroma of loaves mean the love of loaves, the having that feeling of eating those loaves and all that stuff. The children would not even brush their teeth and eat the bread bangles made of bread with tea. Now the importance of bread in traditional ceremony. There is a very great importance of the bread and something like bread only in that traditional family, in the traditional ceremonies of Goan culture. Like the various kind of breads are important for all occasion. No marriage was incomplete until and unless the traditional bowl was served. The lady of the house on the occasion of her daughter's engagement would prepare sandwiches which are automatically made of bread, and bolinas, which would be prepared for Christmas and other festivals. So, bowls and bolinas are the various varieties of the bread they are talking about. Then we have the baker's dress. Now, how the baker used to dress? The baker was usually dressed in a kabai. What is a kabai? Kabai is a long frock which is reaching down to knees, till the knees, or it's a long, or this is a kabai, or the other dress that they used to wear is a shirt and the trouser which were shorter than full length ones. These shirt and trouser, the trouser was little shorter than the full length trouser. So it's you can say 3/4. Even today, if anyone dares to go out in streets wearing half pants or this kind of a dress, he is always referred to as padder. Padder is the baker. Bread making is a profitable profession actually. The baker usually collected his bills. The baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month, and then all the accounts were written on a wall in the premises with a pencil. So this is how they used to maintain or manage the stuff, manage the bills, manage the accounts. All the accounts were written on the wall in the premises with a pencil. It was a profitable profession during those days because Portuguese were the lovers of fresh baked loaves. They were the lovers, and the baker, his family members, and the servants, they all looked prosperous and happy. They were having the big amount of money, and this was so much in the culture that everyone have to buy it. So when everyone is spending the money on it, so whosoever who is baking will automatically get the money, right? So this is what the main chapter was about. So we have these are the new words which you need to write upon the meaning, and the summary which is only for the understanding. You can go through it about the whole chapter. I have discussed this summary in certain points over here, and this is the summary, and whatever I have discussed over here is the summary which is there in the points. Some points that I have mentioned which is very important. We are done with the oral comprehension check questions, but we were supposed to do the questions which are there on the page number 87, right from here. Oral comprehension check questions. Match the following, which is as a marriage gift. So what we give it as a marriage gift? We give it sweet bread, which is called bowl. And for party or a feast, we get to have bread. Daughter's engagement, sandwiches. Christmas, we have cakes and bolinas. Now what does baker bear? So what does baker wear? In Portuguese days, the baker used to wear the unique length, which I told you it's a kind of a frock type and which is called as kabai. And in narrator's childhood days, shirts and short pants basically. Now who invites the comment he is dressed like a padder and why? Who invites the comment that he's dressed like a padder and why? So whom we call it as that person who is having that kind of a dressing personality. So any one of the person who will wear the shirt or the pants which is shorter than usual pant will definitely comment upon that person like a padder. Where were the monthly accounts recorded? On some wall with a pencil. What does a jackfruit like appearance means? It means a plump physique, fat body, right? And why they look so? Because it was a kind of a profitable profession. So his family servant, they will never starve, and they were always prosperous. They were having good amount of money. Which of these statements are correct? First, the padder was an important person in the village in the whole times. Yes, padder is the baker. Is it having the important personality person as in being considered as an important? Yes. Then the padder still exist in Goan villages? Again, it's true. Padder went away with the Portuguese? False. No. They still exist in Goa village. The padder continued to wear a single piece frock? No. Again, it's false because then after the frock kind of the tradition, they continue to wear the shirts and the pants, and that is the half of the pants. Bread and cakes were integral part of Goan in the old days. False. It were no, not it is not were. They are still an integral part. They are still over here. Now traditional bread baking is very still a profitable business. Yes, it is. Padders and their families starve. In their present times, do they starve? No, it's not mentioned, and they don't starve. Is bread an important part of Goa life? How do you know this? So bread is an important part of Goa culture. It is evident from its presence that every important occasion from breads, from sweet breads at marriages to sandwiches at engagement parties to cakes and bolinas at Christmas. Now, all these occasions ensure that there is the presence of the baker in every village, which is very, very essential. Then we have the exercises part. Now, in the exercises, tick the right answer. What is the tone of the author when he says the following? So, we are doing this. These are the true false. You are not supposed to write this question in your notebook. Only the worksheet to be done for this. Now, the question over here is the thud and the jingle of the traditional baker bamboo can still be heard in some places, which is nostalgic, hopeful, or sad. Now, what is the feeling, the tone of the author? It's nostalgic. Then second is maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on. So it's again nostalgic. We are thinking of the past. I still recall, when thinking of the past, again it will be nostalgic only. I still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. So it's nostalgic again. Then we have the tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could even wash up. So this was the incident which was kind of the funny one, right? So that was a little humorous. Fifth one is the cakes and bolinas are must for Christmas and other festival. Is it of sad? No. Is it of hopeful? No. It's a matter of fact. Then the sixth one is the baker and his family never starved. They always looked happy and prosperous. So it's again a matter of fact basically. So, and by the end of this, this is the worksheet that you need to do. There is nothing. We have an extract. On the basis of that, we have to do the 4 questions, and then we have 3 questions which carries 30 to 40 words each. So these 3 questions to be written in your notebook. This is the extract. So the question is, where did the baker record his accounts? Where did the baker and his family, why did they never starve? And the other 2 questions are also there along with it. So this is how you need to do this worksheet. Only writing the answers of it, worksheet, questions to be written and answers to be written. There is no need to write the extract and all that. It's not that too important. I'm talking. You can, if you are writing it, that's well and good.